Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pennem Vibes. Today we are seeing one small story. The Last Bench Boy, how to improve his studies to explain this story. You are also which bench student in your school life? Middle bench, last bench or first bench? Please tell me in comments which bench in your school life. Now we are going to the story. In every school, in every noise corridor, there is always one child who talks a little slower, who speaks a little softer, who hides behind the crowd. This is the story of Rohan, the boy who always sat on the last bench. Not because he wanted to, but because he believed he did not deserve the French. And this is the story of one teacher, Miss Ananya, whose gentle heart changed not just his grades, but his entire life. The morning bell rings. Students run, laugh, shout. The day begins with energy. But somewhere in the last row stands Rohan, a boy who quietly blends into the background. He looks down at his shoes, avoiding every eye. He is present yet invisible, and no one notices how much loneliness weighs on a small child's shoulders. Inside the classroom, voices burst like fireworks. Good morning, ma'am, the children shout. But Rohan quietly walks to the last bench, hoping no one will ask him anything. He opens his notebook, starts at the blackboard, tries to follow the lesson. But the words move too fast, too far, too high for him to reach. He sits there, lost between fear and confusion. Miss Ananya, the class teacher, slowly notices something unusual. Rohan's notebook is always empty. His eyes never meet hers. His shoulders stay tight with fear. She walks near him. Rohan, why have not you written anything? She asks softly. He panics, hides his notebook, and whispers, Sorry, ma'am. I could not understand, ma'am. It was not laziness. It was fear. Fear of being wrong. It's lunchtime. Every corner of the school is filled with laughter. Friends sharing boxes and playful fights. Except one corner, Rohan sits alone, with food he barely touches. Sometimes he eats slowly, sometimes he eats nothing to all. And from a distance, Miss Ananya watches him, realizing that the quietest children carry the loudest emotions. The total class empties. The noise fades. Rohan, stay back for a minute, she says gently. He stands nervously. Is everything okay? You seem upset. He looks down and answers in a trembling voice. I can't understand anything, ma'am. Everyone is fast. I am slow. She smiles warmly. That's okay, Rohan. We will learn slowly. I am here for you. And at that moment, a small crack forms in this wall of fear. For the first time, someone does not scold him. Someone understands. Rohan returns to his small rented house. His father, tired after driving an auto the whole day, enters with a forced smile. His mother serves food, saying softly, Rohan, eat well. You have to study properly. They try their best. They love him deeply, but life is not easy. Late at night, under a dim light, Rohan tries to study. But hunger, fatigue, and fear mix together, and learning becomes a battle. And so begins their journey. Every day after school, for just 10 extra minutes, she sits with him. 10 minutes of patience, 10 minutes of hope, 10 minutes that change his world. He learns to spell, he reads slowly but bravely. He writes neatly and careful letter at a time. And week by week, the boy who feared words begins to trust them. And one day, the school was arranged the parents teachers meeting. Rohan parents also attending the PTC. During the next parent teacher meeting, Rohan's parents sit nervously. Ma'am, he studies very slowly. His father admits softly. We are worried. Miss Ananya smiles. He is improving. He just needs encouragement. He is trying best. Tears fill the mother's eyes. No one had ever spoken with kindness about her child. Sometimes parents need kindness too. Then comes the monthly test. Rohan's hand shakes as he writes. He is afraid of failing, afraid of disappointing, but he tries. And that courage is bigger than any marks. Later, when teacher checks the paper, she smiles. Rohan, you passed. I am proud of you. He says, and for the first time, his eyes fill with happy tears. A few days later, something magical happens. Rohan raises his hand in class. Everyone turns in surprise. Even the teacher pauses. And Rohan answers clearly, confidently. The whole class claps. The last bench boy is no longer hiding. Months pass. The final exam arrives. Rohan works hard, slowly but steadily. On result day, he stands among excited students, nervous and silent. Rohan, come here. The teacher calls. She hands him the paper with a smile. You did not just pass, you improved the most in the class. He looks at the marks, then at her eyes filled with disbelief and pride. The next day morning, Rohan comes to school holding a tiny flower. He walks up to Miss Ananya. Miss, thank you so much, Miss, for not giving up on me, he says shyly. Her eyes soften. I did not do anything. Rohan, you did everything. Some teachers teach subjects, some teach formulas, but the best teacher teach courage, that teach hope, that teach a child to believe in themselves. Sometimes all a child needs is one person who says, I believe in you. And that one person can change your life forever. If you like this story, please like, share and subscribe this channel. You are also which bench student in your school life? Please tell me in comments. Thank you all.